We're at 171 pounds, and you're looking at the freshman who we saw at the Ironman, Chris Phillips, 19-0 this year, cadet national champion and the outstanding wrestler at the Ironman tournament. He is a prodigy, and he'll be going against Nick Mills from University School, 6th in the state last year, 18-2 right now, a junior, and the number 2 seed. I believe the University School situation here will be to be very physical. Mills is a strong, powerful kid, and I think they're going to try and beat him up.
Well, the headbutting slowed him down against Roddy, but he was so far ahead by then.
Phillips looking just a little nettled as they went out of bounds there.
Well, if Mills wants to stay in this match, he's going to have to be able to keep this pace for 6 minutes, and that's going to be the challenge. We already know that Phillips is in excellent shape going through the Ironman tournament, not only winning it and being the MVP and all that kind of good stuff, but then to make it sound like he's a superhero, he also had the flu that week. So,
yeah, that was huge.
You know you're going to have to be able to keep this up for 6 minutes.
Okay, repairs have been made to Mills.
That wasn't how it was scripted, was it?
Leading with his head yet again, there you see it.
Nice shot there by Phillips. Mills with a nice counter for the switch.
That's a nice flurry on both kids.
Mills did a nice job there, flurrying.
Oh, he's lasted the first minute.
Phillips tries a shot right out of the gate. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's just strength.
He's going to keep coming at him now.
And there's the first 2. One of the coaches said, isn't it great to be Chris Phillips? Everything you try works.
And so far it has. At least that's all I tell, I guess. Yeah,
and the legend is spread. I was talking to the Union Grove coach from Georgia. They don't seed any freshmen here, so Phillips was just thrown into the bracket. His kid was the number 1 seed. He said, we were just praying he wasn't going to get him early. And there's the warning on Mills. And eventually he did wrestle the Georgia champion in the last round and eked out a 23-10 decision.
He eked it out, did he?
Taking him down 11 times.
Just a good look at this shot. Actually starts off with a little bit of a poor shot, switches off to the single leg. Mills tries to hit the switch on the bottom, but no avail.
I think you have to agree. I mean, this kid's going to be known. I mean, you're talking about the size of his legs as a freshman and his strength and blah, blah, blah. He's a hell of a lot quicker than everyone's giving him credit for also.
And the first period ends just 2-0 for Phillips.
Starting their feet.
Phillips gives up the escape to make it 2-1.
Well, Mills made this a physical match, and I'm not quite certain that he wants to wrestle that physical match. Phillips seemed to start to turn it up towards the end of that first period.
Said, fine, if you want to wrestle my style, we're going to do it.
And there's another takedown to make it 4-1.
That's just debilitating right there. When you take what you think is a decent shot, you end up giving up too easy.
And just the whole freshman thing blows me away. I've seen great lightweights, freshmen. It's not often you see 71 and up looking as good.
And what do you have to win if you're a senior and you beat him? Congratulations, you beat a freshman.
Well, I think by now if you beat him, it'll be more than just that.
Well, you can try to convince your friends all you want that he's really a killer.
You don't understand. This kid's awesome. Yeah, especially if they don't follow wrestling.
I'll tell you, nice wrestling by Mills there, but did him no good. 6-2 now. And Mills had a very tough route to the finals. He had Evan Roth, a transfer from Whitmer, over to Eastwood, who he beat 6-4 in the quarters. Then had Spencer Adams, third in the state last year in the semis, beat him 6-4 also. On the other hand, Phillips won his first bout 19-4, then beat state qualifier Aaron Weinmiller 21-10 in the next round.
Nice
Pinned
finish
state
there.
qualifier Chet Teague in 54 seconds in the quarters, and then that 23-10 over Jack Roberts in the semis.
You know, I really can see the difference, though, that he's not under the weather like he was at the Ironman. This is completely full throttle now. I talked to Stever's grandfather on the phone this week at Cable 9, and he was requesting copies of this and that. He wanted to let me know these kids have Phillips and the Stevers all live within a quarter mile of each other and have known each other since, you know, way back. So this tiny little town within a quarter of a mile has produced these three kids at least.
Well, I'll tell you, he's a phenomenon that a lot of the other wrestlers watch. You can see Tony Jamison standing over there looking to see. Mills with the escape makes it 6-3.
Well, I think you're right, Mike. He's not wrestling bad at all.
And that will end the second period.
With a thump.
And they'll both be up now.
Yeah, he's only going to get better, Mike.
Yeah, I think Mills has wrestled a good match.
He has.
He hasn't scored a takedown, but he's had some opportunities, and he's made Phillips work. 3 takedowns here.
Well, and he hasn't done a lot of wrong things.
Nice shot there.
I mean, there you go, Mike. Good work.
Yeah, that was first rate.
I mean, you have to match him with the same style, and he's doing it.
Exceptional quickness for 171s, I think, is what we're seeing here. Mills, a national high school champ in the 10th grade level last spring.
I can see why. He does a lot of nice things.
Down to under a minute now. Still 6-3. Boy, there's just no breathing space for Mills, though. Never a place to step back and take a deep breath.
Here's a look at this shot. Excellent shot. Mills is able to step behind him.
That was nice. And he never stopped. He didn't give up anything.
But, I mean, it's been Phillips who's taken all the shots.
Well, interesting, when Mills does his head bob, he's actually leaving his leg wide open for a shot.
Under a half minute now.
Decent shot there by Mills, but unfortunately he's into one of those tree trunks of a leg.
And
actually turned out to be a nice match.
The bout will end 6-3. As Nick Mills really did wrestle a very fine bout. But Chris Phillips, with those 3 takedowns, takes the championship here at 171 pounds. The 4th title by the Monroeville Superstars here at Brecksville.